Mahdi alayhi salatu wasalam will be knowing about this. But he will not have power against the Dajjal. That will be reserved for Isa alayhi salam. So eventually Mahdi alayhi salam will be in Jerusalem with a Muslim army, with the Muslims behind him. Isa alayhi salatu wasalam, the Prophet Jesus, peace be upon him, will suddenly descend. Fajr time or Asr time, there are different narrations about this. On the eastern minaret of the mosque of the great masjid in Damascus. That masjid did not exist during the time of the Prophet ﷺ. But he said, the Prophet ﷺ said, and Damascus was not even conquered at that time, it was under the Christians, it was under the Romans. The Prophet ﷺ said that Isa ﷺ will descend. When he will bow his head, when he will put his head down, it's almost as if he's just taken a bath, and drops of water will fall from his forehead. He will have clothing that seems to be colored in some kind of yellowish color. He will come to the eastern minaret of the masjid in Damascus. Now alhamdulillah, I managed to study in that masjid. There is an eastern minaret, the white eastern minaret. It's not open anymore. They keep it closed. But the Jami al-Umawi, the Umayyad mosque, which was built by the Umayyads, Walid ibn Abdul Malik, I believe. It's a very large masjid, a very large courtyard, really big. And in that corner, behind that corner, is the Christian quarters of Damascus. It's very interesting stuff, this is. I mean, this is stuff that I've seen myself. And it says that Isa ﷺ will be brought down by angels, and then he will come down. And then he will lead the people in Asr prayer, it says. Christians would have gathered, the Jews would have gathered, and the Muslims would have gathered. And when Isa ﷺ, they will all know that Isa ﷺ is about to come. They'll all be waiting for him. Now when the Salat time comes in, each one of them will want to call the people to prayer using the Muslims' adhan. The others, they'll be wanting to use their horn, the Jews, and the others the bells. But it will be the Muslims that will be chosen to give their adhan. And the Christians, it says that they will immediately recognize Isa alayhi salatu wasalam. His function in the world, unlike before when he came as a prophet, when he will return, he will come as an ummati, as just a member of the ummah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, but with special things that he has to do. It says that he will destroy the crosses, kill the swine, and when the Christians see this and they recognize him, and remember the Jews are still waiting for their Messiah. They did not recognize Isa alayhi salatu wasalam when he first came. They rejected him, right? The Jews. They will recognize him, and he will tell them the truth. So all the Christians will convert to the true faith. The Jews that will initially fight with him along with the Dajjal, they will fight with him, but then after the Dajjal is killed, the Jews will follow him as well. But anyway, that's fast forwarding. What I want to talk about here now is that finally Isa alayhi salatu wasalam will go to Jerusalem. Because he will be told that the Dajjal is coming. Now Dajjal will not be able to enter Makkah and Medina Munawwara. Dajjal will go towards Jerusalem. And Isa alayhi salatu wasalam will go there in pursuit of him. And he says he'll get there like not too long. It mentions in one narration that Dajjal will have a donkey whose ears will be this many cubits long. And that just sounds strange. But does it sound strange? Because if you look at that, what is clearly, that's not a very strong hadith. But what's clearly mentioned is that Isa alayhi salatu wasalam will catch up to Dajjal by the door of Lud, Babul Lud. And I've been to Lud. It's in Israel. That's where the Ben Gurion International Airport is, in a place called Lud. Lud is actually a predominantly Muslim town. There's a Tablighi Markaz there as well, Jama'ah Markaz there, right? And it's close to the Ben Gurion International Airport. It's on the way from Jerusalem to Tel Aviv. It says Lud. The place is still called Lud. They call it Lod, L-O-D, right? Isa alayhi salatu wasalam will follow him up to there. When he will come to Jerusalem, Masjid al-Aqsa, there is a door that has, and I've seen this door, I think it's called the Golden Gate or something. It's never been opened. They said it's only going to be opened when Isa alayhi salatu wasalam will come. It's a door that is kind of from the outside cemetery. right? And Mahdi alayhi salatu wasalam will already have iqamah, would have already been given. And Mahdi alayhi salam will be waiting there to start the salat, and he'll be told Isa alayhi salatu wasalam is here. He'll want to move back to let Isa alayhi salatu wasalam lead the prayer, but Isa alayhi salatu wasalam will say, no, it's been given, the iqamah has been given for you, you lead the salat. So he will lead the prayer. And after that, Isa alayhi salatu wasalam will go in pursuit of Dajjal. He'll be told that he is by Lud. When he gets to Lud, he's not seen Dajjal before. But Dajjal is very fearful of Isa alayhi salatu wasalam. Isa alayhi salatu wasalam has been given a certain breath which will just make Dajjal just wither away. When he will get and meet up with Dajjal, catch up with Dajjal, Dajjal is very crafty. That's what Dajjal means. Dajjal means to just confuse and distort. That's what Dajjal means, and Dajjal is the one who does that a lot. So that's exactly who he is, the Antichrist, right? That's his title basically. So he will, when Isa alayhi salatu wasalam will come, Dajjal will try to confuse the matter by saying, quickly get everybody ready for salat. And he'll say to Isa alayhi salatu wasalam, come on, salat time. And Dajjal, Isa alayhi salatu wasalam will say, I've seen through you. And Dajjal will then just wither away, and Isa alayhi salatu wasalam will finish Dajjal off. So that's the end of Dajjal. It's a very quick end in my narration of events. But believe me, it's going to be a lot worse than that. They say that he will be in the world for 40 days. The first day will seem like a year. Whether in reality it will be a year and you'd have to separate the days because of the sun or something, Wallahu alam, or it's just that it will seem like that because the matter, when a day goes really, really slowly because there's just one problem after another problem and it just expands the day. Can you imagine a year? The second day will be like a month, the third day will be like a week, and then the rest of the days will be like your normal days. That's how long Dajjal will stay. After that, after he's taken care of, another fitna will begin, which is the Gog Magog, Ya'juj Ma'juj, kulli hadabin yansilun. They'll just come out from everywhere. That will be something Isa alayhi salatu wasalam will not be given the power to deal with, just like he dealt with Dajjal. He will not be able to just go and deal with it like that. The Muslims with Isa, the believers with Isa alayhi salatu wasalam will go, they say Mount Tur, and Isa alayhi salatu wasalam will finally make a dua there, which will then, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will send down something and cause all of them to be destroyed. So that's how he will be delivered from Gog Magog. One of the reasons the ulama give for why Isa alayhi salatu wasalam will have power over the Dajjal but not Gog Magog is that just now so many Christians who thought Jesus was their God have just become believers in the true way. They've just seen him kill the Antichrist. For those who still had lingering thoughts that he is God, it will reinforce that, which creates a problem with the Iman. When he is not seen to have power over Ya'juj Ma'juj the same way, that will moderate their faith and give them their true faith. Right? And Allah knows best. But these are the things that have been mentioned. There will be peace that will settle in the world. Isa alayhi salatu wasalam will be there. Peace will settle in the world in such a way that it mentions that wolves will play along with sheep and there'll be no problems at all. The whole world will be believers in Allah again, in the true faith. After that, Isa alayhi salatu wasalam mentions that he will marry, then he will die a mortal death, and then after that he will pass away, he will leave this world, and then the matter will disintegrate again, the matter will diminish again, and there will be problems again.